putting this as a disclaimer. The primary, like, 40 minutes of this video, there's a lot of errors and bad camera work, and the tripod gets knocked over twice. I tried to make it funny and say that while I was editing it today, but there's some things I said that I ended up changing my mind on, and those will be added after the main part of the video. This is already really long, so I apologize for making a really long video about this stuff, but hopefully when it's all finished, the thoughts are more coherent because I'll be in a more lucid, sleep-having state where things make more sense. I feel like I just repeat myself a lot coming through the video, and I say a lot of contradictory things, but hopefully that'll be fixed when I get to recording the next part. Sorry for the really long video, but thanks for staying by and watching. Hello everybody. You can see, we're going to be in this setup for a while. I'm doing some things around in my area. I need a new desk chair. That's still not finished. That's still not finished. But we're going to be like this for a while. And some of you might enjoy... Wow, that was loud. Some of you might enjoy this change, actually. We have better lighting. If you hear stuff in the background, one of my cats is just walking around. Oh, she's coming towards me. No, I'm doing a YouTube. So, last video with the Tau thing, Sean, do you want to say hi? You're just going to rub up against me? Knock over the tripod? Okay, kitty. So, I'm getting distracted by the cat. This is bad YouTube. I said in my last video that I was planning on doing some things in a specific order. But when I woke up to this. And I don't know what's in which. I bet there's a pretty easy way to tell. I could have looked on the website. But I thought to keep it a surprise. So I picked one of the boxes. And, let's move the donut knife for a moment. We are going to open it. So, what are you on? That's making you unbalanced. The smaller of the two, I kind of think I know what might be in here. But maybe they sent me the wrong order and there's something else completely. But let's get this open with the donut knife. As I say in every video, let's try to practice that knife safety I talk about cutting away from yourself. Oh, that's blacked out, so you guys don't know where I live. Sorry guys, I'm very tired. I've had an energy drink and a cup of coffee, and I feel like that might not be a very smart thing to double down on. Okay, let's put the donut knife away. I don't know what's in here. There's bubble wrap. It's got like a... Okay, the cat wants to leave the room. Oh. Okay. Even after our horrible thing in my $12,000 camera was shattered. Thank God I have 4 backups. You guys can get a good look at the box. I can't tell what's in there. Can you? So, maybe you can. Whatever, view the footage. And the cat didn't even want to leave the room. She's right under my foot. Oh. And looks like my prediction was correct. In the last video, I think I said... Oh, my grubby fingers. I think I said this was the one I was going to open next. Yeah. I'm surprised because, I'll let you in on a little secret. I looked at the website to see the specifications, and it said that this figure is taller than the other figure I had, so I don't know why it was in a smaller box. So let's get a good look at... Come on, grubby fingers. What? Do I need to just do it like that? Stop it. Okay. The camera quality is not being my friend at the moment. Or is that just the quality of the photo? I think it's just kind of hard to tell. Oh, you can see here that the plastic has little gray JOYTOY brandings on it. like right there. So another JOYTOY figure, 15 plus. Based on a recent YouTube comment I got, that means I'm allowed to play with this. Tyranids, Warhammer 40k. Let's zoom back out. Yeah, High Fleet Leviathan, Tyranid warrior with 2 bone swords, contains 1 14.3 centimeter collector's action figure and accessories, and then it says it in a language, and I think it's French. Surprisingly not Chinese, because I believe JOYTOY is a Chinese brand. Stop touching the tripod, kitty. What good does that do for you? Get out of here. Get out, scram. The cat's gonna ruin everything again. Then on the side we have the typical stuff. Tyranid, High Fleet, Bomb Swords, product, metal products. Cat, stop playing. Get out of here. Stop it. Oh. Model products, materials, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, model number 69420, carrier standard, manufactured by JOYTOY. Yeah, you guys get the idea. Let's look at the back. Why do my hand, like, I can't tell where the camera. So I've got like the whole front covered with my hand right now, and it doesn't see it, but I go down here a little bit. Okay, weird. Whatever. I don't know how to record. Stop doing that. There we go. The quality locked in. So we have him or her. I think Tyranids are. Is it offensive to say hermaphroditic in terms of biology? I think they can reproduce no matter what. Not trying to be offensive. So we've got a cool pose of the warrior. I really wish they would do like a hive tyrant that's just like big. Something like that. Hopefully just more Tyranid figures in general. Really the only Tyranid figures they offer is the warrior, and then just variations of Gaunt. The cat, stop playing with the... What is so fun about the tripod? Oh my goodness. We're gonna... So then in the second photo, we have the back. I don't know what this little squig thing is. Squig, not squid, squig. If that's the right word. Little, like, brain thing. You can put it on some Tyranid figures. I don't know about warriors. I don't own a single warrior for my army because they're not that good. You got this thing. The Swarm Lord's got these going on too. Whatever that is, that sack of vicious fluid. And down here we got a good close-up of his face. And he does, well, whatever, comes with a cool tongue. We're just going to go with he. He's a boy. Because only men go to war. And right over here, we've got the whole setup of what it comes with. So, looks like he has all this stuff going on, on his body. 2 bone swords, a tongue, and a base. So let's crack this thing open. Remember, always be careful with knives. There's an easy way to cut. Yeah. Oh, this feels like it's already ripped. Oh. Sorry about that, guys. Let's open it up. So somebody in the comments on the last video said that after 2022, the figures were off to a rocky start. I want to reorient that. Let's zoom out again. Yeah, as you can see on the plastic, maybe these are newer. You see that there's like right there. You can see the joy in the JOYTOY. Joy! Yes, because I do feel joy when I spend a stupid amount of money on an action figure. So a guy said, and I'll credit his name, it'll flash up here. He said something about how after 2022, these figures got way, way, way better. Or maybe I'm paraphrasing or saying incorrectly in entirety. Speaking wrong. I could be just saying nonsense. Can you guys tell I haven't had much sleep? There are some differences on this box that I want to highlight in a moment, but he said something along the lines of, like, after 2020, like, pre-2022 is pretty rocky, figure quality wasn't the best, after that things got a lot better, and he's hoping to see more knights. If you watch that video, this video, the guy who I'm quoting, I'm talking to him specifically right now, if you buy the knight figure, which I don't think I'm going to buy because, you know, it's $700, I would love to see you do a video on it, and, that'd be cool, if you have the money for it. But not to pressure anyone. So let's take a closer look at this box now that we've got it open. We've got the classic art for the God Emperor right there. He's all skeletonified. You can see some of the really fine details on the figure in this art. Once again, this looks like a very, very highly detailed figure. I wonder, because maybe this, I'm trying to find it, this JOYTOY, maybe this means that this is a newer release or something, or maybe that means it's an older release. Somebody in the comments will probably know. But we've got the Golden Throne art here in black and white. Nothing besides the Golden Throne art. Oh, I'm trying to stifle a sneeze. Sorry, guys, I don't want to gross you out with that. And we already looked at this. There's no finer details we're seeing there. Tyranid's High Fleet Leviathan, Tyranid Warrior with Bone Swords 2. Yeah, it comes with Bone Swords 2. How many, though? That was dumb, sorry. Yeah, okay, so these boxes, this one is different than the last one I did. I'll look back on the Hormigaunt boxes I have and see if they're similar. Maybe the Tyranid figures are newer and they're releasing them now. I'm not sure. JOYTOY does a lot of Horus Heresy stuff. I don't know anything about the Horus Heresy. I know that's kind of where everything started, so I should know, but I'm not a Space Marines player. I care about, well, I mean, I play Chaos Knights, so I should probably know about how that all Chaos stuff started. Anyways, let's open this figure and take a look at it. I'm wondering if in the bigger box there are two figures in there, because I do have two coming. If it is two figures, it will not be a double feature. I will just look at one. Okay, so you see the back, we've got the squib thing. Aren't squibs a thing in Warhammer? It looks like his tail is disconnected. We've got another one of those cute JOYTOY brand silica packets. His pokey tongue, very sharp, very xenomorph. Oh, you're leaving now, kitty, after knocking over the tripod and causing a ton of chaos? Alright, well, you'll be missed. So we've got the two bone swords. I can't get a good look at their color through the box. Let's turn them around. Here, base is in here. Based. He's got his scything talons, which are always fun on the Tyranid units. Basically everything has them. I have two Tyranid effects. I run two in my army. I run one rupture cannon, one acid spray. I didn't put the scything talons on the acid spray one. I put the crab claws for the Turvagon on it. In retrospect, I regret it, but it's okay. He's got his, like, fingers pointed out like that. He's making his expression is cute. Kind of funny. He's like, get me out of this box. We will, bud. Be patient. So yeah, let's open them up. So the seems like some things have fallen. Let's put them back in place. Seems like some things have definitely fallen. Let's put them back in place. So I don't know how new that Tau figure is compared to this guy. His tongue fell in there somewhere. let's put his tongue right there for now. The bone swords. Let's take a look at one of these bone swords, actually. Let's zoom in. Seems to just be... I can't really tell. Hey, can we focus? Can we focus so I can describe this better? Please? I'm begging you. Come on. Come on, look. Look at this. Look at this. It's in front of you. Stop focusing on the... Oh my goodness, I don't know how cameras work. Alright, well, it looks like the majority of it is just black plastic. That could be the lighting. I'm in... there seems to be some red here. This looks more like... This looks like something you'd see in High Fleet Behemoth. Can you stop doing what you're doing, camera? I guess not. This seems more like something you'd have in High Fleet Behemoth, color-wise. I guess I'll just pull up what, like, Leviathan warriors look like on the screen, and then Behemoth warriors. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So, the bone swords seem nice. They don't bend at all. I mean, I bet if I, like, really started applying pressure on this, it would break. But we're not going to do that. Zoom out a little bit further. Yeah, okay. And let's take a look at his tail. So, in... Okay. Hey, and there's another cat in here. Hey, bud. It's the troublemaker. I'm trying to mess with this part back here. Let me get a better zoom in on that. Oh, man. The camera just does not want to focus. So you've got, like, some plating. A hole. Can we please focus? Hey. Oh, great. Great. Cool. That's how you do it. Idiot does not know how to YouTube. So on the Hormigons, the tails have a metal wire in them that allow them to bend. And this is no different. I mean, I assume it's a metal wire. I'm not quite sure. And it doesn't seem like the metal wire really reaches as far back as the Hormigon tails do. But you've got some really good details with their little exposed vent pieces. And the color is really, really good. Again, we will talk all about the paint. I wonder what this is. This is just a... It says nostrils. We'll talk about this color, this paint job, which is really good. Why don't we talk about it right now? This is how you would paint Tyranids if you were better at painting them than I would. This, like, slightly edge highlighting of, you know, the Leviathan purple and white colors. You've got that going on. But you've got these brighter hues on the edges where light would hit it, which brings out a brighter color. So for contrast, you would throw that paint on there. Looks specifically to be hand painted. This doesn't look machine painted to me at all. So yeah, that's really good. Now let's zoom out and take a look at the figure. Looks like we knocked out another bone sword. Just gonna put the bone sword over here. Let's look at his tongue before we do that, actually. That is a Tyranid tongue. Poke, poke, poke. Does it bend? No, not really. Kinda. No, it just goes back eventually. Let's try not to stress out plastic too much and ruin our new figure. Okay. So, in front of us, we have the Tyranid warrior, and his jaw does move. So, starting at the bottom, let's kind of move this out of the way. You've got those classic Tyranid hooves. When Games Workshop has a race and they don't know how to make its feet go, they just say, okay, let's put hooves on it. and it always works. There are holes in the bottom for each foot to attach the base to. And let's look at that articulation. Let me back up a little bit. So, similar to the Hormagaunts, it just seems to be, you know, that kind of articulation. The hoof moves a tiny bit. Can it spin around? Yeah, it can spin completely. Looks like it's just on a ball joint. We've got these. Let's try to focus on that. These spike things, which Tyranids are always covered in, and these seem to have some highlight to them as well, some more edge highlighting, which looks great on the figure. Really cool. So, oh, not what I wanted to do. Sorry, guys. Camera's getting yanked. What does AF lock mean? Okay, I could just ruin everything with what I just did. So, let's look at some more parts of him. Move these hands out of the way for a moment. We'll get to those in a second. I want to talk about this chitin. I think that's the right word for, like, carapace. I think chitin is, like, for crustaceans, though. More edge highlighting. Through the inconsistencies between both of them, I would assume this is hand-painted. Let's look at the exoskeleton a little bit. Around here, it seems to also be hand-painted. You've got a lot of degree of movement. It's cool that when moving up more, the like abdomen area goes more in. Let's see how that looks on the back. Yeah, cool. Really good details. More of that edge highlighting here. And then you've got the exoskeleton is done really well. All of these little details you can see, like zoomed in on. Can I zoom further? Like here, you can kind of see like membrane almost. You can see it on the hand as well, but we'll get to the hand soon. Not much in the weird vent things they have. In some places, yes. In I guess there aren't any on the legs. Like this, what example is it? Like here, not so much. Here, very much. You can see that the paint in the inner thigh and the sculpt shows a really good looking like stress on the thigh, as if from rigorous movement of some kind, or just pulled muscle or something, which really blends kind of like the fleshy the bony exoskeleton with some like more fleshy parts. That looks really good. Those really good details. Oh, I zoomed out way too far. And you can see that in both legs while you spread eagle. You can see it on the opposite side of the leg, though. Yeah, you don't there. You can see a little bit of stress around this part of the carapace, or the chitin. But mostly in that stressed inner thigh area, which is a sensible place for it to be. I want to straighten his legs back out. Yeah, really good sculpt. Let's get to these little hands first. So you've got these. Oh, I see. I see what's going on here. So we'll look at these more in a moment, but for now they're green. But you've got this part of the hand that moves really freely. Hey, like and subscribe, please. Yeah, well, like, speaking of that, the Tau video in 4 days got 500 views about, or 450, I think. And, that much, that's like,
a lot. That's like 115 a day. So thank you guys for watching these videos. I hope there was something of merit to them. Yeah. So sorry I got distracted. You got a pokey finger coming out. The thumb is weird. And then the other hand, I'm sure, is basically identically flipped. I think part of the lore of Leviathan is more about, let's see if you can stand up straight while I talk for a moment, big guy. No, you don't want to? Please? Okay, I'll just hold on to you like that. Behemoth was all about, like, their bone swords are strong as shit, and they are super, super tough, but Leviathan is more psychological warfare, and by that I mean literal brain blasts, and that's what Leviathan's really good at. If I could have gotten this in Behemoth, I would have bought it in Behemoth, because I think it's a cooler colorway, but Leviathan's really good too. I really like my Tyranids are white, red, and black. I'd show them, but I'm ashamed of them, because I started them really early, and I wish, you know, people are like, oh, you can just dip them in paint remover and be gentle scrub them off and start over. That would be a lot for around 70 models, but with everything I learned doing my Chaos Knights, I wish I could just start over with Tyranids, but I can't. But I'm sure I could just, you know, do what I have now and try again. But so yeah, similar to mine, Leviathan has a white exoskeleton and a dark carapace and stuff like that. So let's take a look at these scything talons. Yeah, so these kind of have the same thing going on with the bone sword, if we can see that now. You can see it's kind of black, and then as it goes, it gets a little more red. The scything talons are similar. You've got articulation in this little gnarled hand, this, you know, messed up appendage that has a claw coming out of it. Doesn't seem to be any edge highlighting on this claws like there is on these legs. Maybe an oversight. I don't know. Not a lot of edge highlight, not any edge highlighting here. What am I talking about? No, there is. I'm being stupid, like right here. Or is that just the actual light reflecting off of it? You've got another... Oh, this has a good degree of movement to it. This appendage that holds the talon, this talon hand. Got another green thing. The arm moves in well. Not as much freedom of movement as there is here, as you can tell. I'm sure that's similar on the other side. Yeah. So let's look at the head now. Cool shoulders, edge highlighting there, more of that. You've got his nasty, dirty teeth, or maybe he's just been eating a lot of licorice. Hello, I am Tyranid Man, and I am big. Yeah, cool. Glad to hear it, bud. Head moves around, you know, like I had normally would. Oh, I felt something move. Can the... Oh, is there a double joint in here? I don't think you can turn the head around all the way. Oh, no, you can. Yeah, let's look at... Yeah, now we get to look into the neck a little bit more. Neck's got some good details in it. See on the other side. Yeah, it's got more of that, like, stressed flesh. So why don't we take a moment to attach some of his stuff. I'm gonna pop his tail on real quick. The tail is on a big ball joint. Hopefully the tail for this stays on better. One of my Termagant's tails really likes to come off. So I don't mess with it much. Let's put that tongue in. Sorry you guys aren't seeing this part. It's easier for me to do looking at the model up close. I'm sure you can understand the model of the figure. This isn't a model, it's a figure. I'm going to try to get his bone swords into his hands. And we'll talk more about that in a moment. So, how are you guys doing? I know I haven't done a Halo video in a while. I don't even have those new Halo figures ordered, shockingly. I'm pretty sure they're still on a waiting list to be released sometime this summer. But I don't think I'm gonna miss my opportunity to purchase them. I think Jazzwares will be releasing them numerously. What other figures? So we've got 2 more of these. I know at least one more is here. It's in my room at the moment, and that will be recorded at a future date. Hopefully by the time this video is out, the new intro will be out, which I need to work on some more. I'm getting somebody very close and very special to me to work on that. That I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be funny. I think it'll be cute. From what I've seen so far, it looks really, really good. I still don't know what I'm going to change. You know, the Curiosity intro is really good, and I love that intro, and it will be used more for other things. I just want a specifically Warhammer intro that I can put for when I'm doing these Warhammer guys, because I really do like these toys. And eventually I want to get to a point where I'm not only talking about these JOYTOY figures, I'm going to open the base, but where I'm showing models I've done and talking about stuff like that. I think I've said this before in videos. I don't want to be a video game YouTuber, and I don't want to be a Warhammer YouTuber, because it's not anything I have expertise on. You're gonna be like, okay, all right, asshole, you're a hypocrite because you have that video of you playing Halo Flashpoint with your friend. And my counter to that is, I don't think there was a single other Halo Flashpoint gameplay video on YouTube until I released that one. Or at least there wasn't one I could find. But does that justify it? Not really. Video games are cool. I just don't play them as much as I used to. I'm an adult with grown-up responsibilities, and that includes buying action figures. Buying more dolls. So, yeah, that's really good. The tongue is fun. I like that it's removable, so it's optional. You know, realistically, honestly, I might just take the tongue out. Let's look at the sword hand. So, yeah. I don't know why. I've read my codex several times. I don't know why this plugs into here. I don't know why it's green. The thumb goes in here. Is this nasty finger supposed to go in here? Oh. I don't think so. It doesn't really curve like that. The hand grips the sword really well. And I don't want to risk stressing the plastic too much. Other hands is the same. Oh, it came unplugged probably when I jostled it. Come on, get in there. Get your sack of fluid, your sword fluid. Oh, sword fluid. I was gonna make a gross joke. Banned on YouTube for saying stupid shit. Oh, he came disconnected from the base. Get back on there. Oh, it just does not want to stick to the base. Give me a moment, guys. Always with the umming, Spencer. Always with the and the ums. Stop disconnecting from the base. Alright, sorry about that. Let's pull out and look at him. Let's get a more aerial view. So yeah, you can see a lot that's going on here. The tongue looks really good. I like the color change of more of that stressed flesh going on. The swords look good, and the way they're held is really cool. He's a big guy. He's not at full height, but standing up to the donut knife, he's about... Yeah, he's about the height of the donut knife when, you know, kind of slouched or crouched tactical position. The talons are so dark they blend in with the desk, but if I just move them a little bit, you can see them better. Yeah, another win. Things I don't like. Again with the O's. I think the colors of the talons and the bone swords could be a little more vibrant. The majority of them just look like black plastic. I think that's how it's going to come up on video anyways, which is a little unfortunate. I feel like it would be a lot to ask, but the Tyranid warriors can come with guns and stuff like that. How, you know, I would be willing to pay an extra $10, $15 if the arms were removable and you threw in 10, 15, 20 even. You threw in the guns so I could put it on there, the other weapons, that would be really cool too. Or at least selling figures that also have that going on would be really neat. The Venom cannons and stuff like that, that would be really fun. The tail seems to be doing pretty well. I wish it had a little bit more movement to it. I'll show you that. Like, I can bend it this way. It seems to just kind of want to stay in one place. It's not nearly as flexible as the Neurogaunt tails, which I have shown that I've gotten them to be able to wrap around things. So I wish I had a little bit more flexibility. I feel like it's overpriced. This was about $50, not including shipping, taxes, and handling. I don't really think I got the most bang for my buck with how much this figure cost. That Tau Crisis Battlesuit is huge. It's enormous and is only about $20 more, give or take. And this, while being a fun, good figure, a good Tyranid representation, good Leviathan representation, it still feels like there could be more. And I'm not disappointed because I knew what I was getting. I like it a lot. It's really nice. But for someone who is an avid action figure collector, I have all those Halo figures, and I have so many accessories for them. So many different things, different guns, different props, and stuff like that. But I guess that's a little different when you're working... Oh, I think they're the same scale, though. I think World of Halo is also 1/18th, as is... Yeah, this argument doesn't make any sense, because the Jazzwares World of Halo line is mostly toys to play with for kids, while these are collector's items on a much different quality scale and on a much different production scale. I have no idea what I'm talking about here. Sorry. As are these figures. So, what makes it so hard that we can't have more, you know? This just generally feels overpriced. I wish these had more color. I wish these had more color. They sell rippers, and I think if you included one of the rippers with this figure, it would make it, like, 10 times more worth. Or at least 5. Some of the paint is kind of boring. It doesn't... I mean, it gets the point across. It looks good for a Tyranid. It's just, it just feels like the Tau Battlesuit I have has way more little details to it. And that's probably intentional. The Crisis Battlesuit is more expensive, is a much larger figure, and it does come with some different accessories, and it comes with a really, really good stand. I'm not trying to complain too much. I'm just trying to say what I like and what I don't like. I mean, this all looks really good. Bone swords and talons could be better. I know the feet are also just black, but that just makes sense because, hooves. Maybe make the tongue flexible. That would be fun instead of just like, I mean, is that even possible? See, it just goes back. Yeah, I'm just a little underwhelmed. It's a good figure, not worth the price point. If you could get this, I think it would be much more reasonable if this was like a $30 figure instead of price up here on screen now. Yeah, we've been going really strong. The Hormagaunts were really, really good. The Tau Battlesuit is really, really good. This is just okay. I'm whelmed. I think I might have said I'm underwhelmed. I was definitely thinking that for a moment. No, I'm whelmed. I really wanted this. If it was bigger, that'd be like, yeah, make it bigger, but it's to scale, so I guess you can't. Give options for different Tyranid warriors. You've got this one, make the ranged one. I think there's one that comes with like a lasso whip. An articulated whip, that has a wire in it. That would be super cool. But maybe they're just getting started with what they're doing with Tyranids. I'd like to see some of the weirder Tyranid figures. I'd like to see maybe gargoyles or a Tyrannosaurus. I would pay $100 for a Tyrannosaurus, genuinely. I totally would, because I love the Tyrannosaurus. It's such a cool model. I would pay a lot for a Psychophage. I really like Psychophages, and that thing would be huge. That would be really big. But when it comes to the Tyranid, JOYTOY Tyranid Warrior, if you really like the Tyranids, just, yeah, it's fine, keep it on your desk. I know there's the detachment that's all about warriors, but I got 3 Hormagaunts for $75 from the JOYTOY website. Took a million years to ship, but yeah. Our Tyranid options are not very big. I'm glad we have any at all. But this whelmed. I give it like a 6 out of 10. That's all I really have to say. I know I had a lot more to say about the Tau Battlesuit because I was blown away by how high quality that thing was. But this is not, I mean, maybe 5 out of 10, because that's right in the middle of, like, overwhelmed would be the Tau Battlesuit, which got a 10 because holy shit, that thing's great. Whelmed seems like a 5. This is a 5. Do I recommend this figure? If you're really into Tyranids like I am, yes. If you're really into Warhammer specifically, there are better figures to spend your money on, I imagine. But yeah, 5 out of 10. Don't hate it, don't love it. Perfectly fine with it. Cool addition to my collection for sure, but I wouldn't say if I could go back in time would I get something else. No, because I'm happy to have this and have more Tyranid representation in my collection. But other than that, I would say, yeah, perfectly skippable. Looking at other figures that are at similar price points, and maybe you'll get something you like more. I'm excited to talk about the next figures we have because they're really different. But that's all I have to say. This was another 45-minute long video of me talking about a figure. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment, make fun of me, call me names, say I'm bad at Warhammer because I am. And remember that cowboys help cowboys. All right, so originally this like post-credits Spencer complaining thing was like 12 minutes long. I'm just going to shorten it to the points that I wanted to make. If you were to buy this from the JOYTOY website, it would be, let me pull that up. It would be $51.30, and I paid $64.65 through Big Bad Toy Store for it. So that is an over $10 difference, which is hysterically bad. Other than that, the only way I could really see the price for this justified is if maybe a ripper was put in. I imagine that could be done easily.
Maybe make the box a little bit bigger. Earlier in the video, I talk about if they threw in different hands so you could have the Venom cannon and stuff like that. I understand that that's not doable. That's a pipe dream. That is too big of thinking. Yeah, but if you drop the price point of this figure by about $15 to $20, I would have much less complaints about it. I say it's a 5 out of 10. If you're an American, when you think of 5 out of 10 and you're my age, you think that's a failing grade because of the American education system. No, that just means it's completely in the middle. It's not indifference. It's not hate. It's not love. It's tolerance. It's fine. I'm okay with this figure. I do like it. There are just some issues I have with it that I think I go over in the video well enough. I wish the paint job was a little better in some other places, especially on the talons and the bone swords. There's some inconsistencies where the fangs on the legs are edge highlighted, but the fangs on the gnarled hands aren't. I didn't really cover that. There could just be some better painting details, but really, realistically, I don't hate it. I just wanted to make a more lucid commentary because when I recorded that video, the primary video, I was like running on empty and I was doing bad. The camera, it was a shit video, I'll admit that, and I apologize for that. I don't want to re-record it because I'd have to put everything back in box and kind of ruin the surprise for everything, but that's what's going on. Hopefully next time I record a video, it'll be caught at a time where I'm not basically drunk. But that's all I really have to say. It's not a terrible figure. By no means do I say go get it immediately if you are an action figure and Warhammer enthusiast. I would say the only reason if you were to get it immediately is if you have a 13-year-old family member or niece and nephew or son or something who's super into action figures and super into Warhammer. That's worth it enough to make your kid happy. But I don't regret buying it. I think it's a fine addition to the collection. It's just not the Tau Battlesuit. And like I said, it got a 5 out of 10. I'm keeping it at a 5 out of 10. I know we have like a weird underwater background going on. I didn't want to edit that much because I just wanted to finish this. That's all I had to say. Thank you for watching. And remember, cowboys help cowboys and all the things like that. Thank you.